Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda Sarai with this art called Life. And today I am actually going to do a little bit of a different video from my norm. I am going to share an oracle card pull in honor of the lunar node shift, which just happened officially happened a few minutes before I went live. I kept getting delayed this morning, and then I realized, oh, okay, record it when it's officially in the new nodal axis. So I just did a video the other day that goes in a little bit more depth about this shift and what it means for us collectively, because this is very much a collective energy that we'll experience for the next year and a half through January 2025. The lunar nodes just shifted into the Aries Libra axis. So the North Node is in Aries and the South Node is in Libra. We just shifted out of the Taurus Scorpio axis, North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio. So that's where our eclipses have been for the past 18 months. So if you think back to this past end of April, May, that time period where we had the eclipses, that was a very intense time for us collectively. And you can think back personally. So 5/5 was an incredibly potent day, and it really was helping us to clear all that karma. So the North Node, a lot of it see it as the cosmic dragon's head, is the destiny. It's the direction of our destiny. So northstar, true north, that energy is very much part of what we're experiencing, is we're being called onto our true path. So for a lot of people, there might just be a little shift, a little pivot in our direction forward, like a few degrees. I saw so many compasses the other week, and the South Node represents what we are transcending out of. It's the past, it's the dragon's tail. So the lessons that have been learned but maybe still need to be integrated. So now with Libra in the South Node, there's a lot of relational energy with Libra. It's the scales, it's the balance. So bringing relationships into balance, relationship within, relationships, in the external, of course, as well. So what old patterns are we now being called to integrate that are not aligned with unconditional love, that are not aligned with harmony? So that's actually beautifully reflected in the cards as well. So I really can't wait to share. And I did a masterclass on the 777 portal, and there were a couple similar cards that were pulled. So that's worthy, the revolution. So we're really being called into clearing any energies that would block our abundance, block our flow, block our confidence from stepping into our dharma, our mission, our true north path. So here we are, and with the Aries in the North Node in Aries rather, Aries amplifies the energy of new beginnings because it's the first sign of the zodiac. So I actually feel like the energy is so potent right now that it's not even so much, in my humble opinion, a new chapter that we're being asked to write now. It's really a whole new book. We're being called to create a whole new masterpiece at this point. So we've laid the foundation, especially with Taurus North Node and Scorpio South Node. We've been called to create a more stable, solid foundation from within. So inner peace, getting our relationship with abundance right. So creating that stable foundation. And now Aries is about forward momentum, action. It's that fire energy. So now that we've got that foundation, we get to take action now and build that vision. So it's all beautifully aligned. And of course, today is the new moon in Cancer. So we have that energetic of the divine feminine and a lot of divine masculine coming through, which is also reflected in the cards, which I found to be really quite interesting. It was a theme that came up in numerous cards. So absolutely this divine feminine, divine masculine energy coming into divine union within and for so many of us that will be reflected in the external as well, many coming into sacred divine union with their divine counterpart as we go forward, those of us on this path. So I will start with the cards. I will start with the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell, for those, here's a little book, who are familiar. So, the cards are beautiful. The cards never lie. So people always appreciate them when I do them in masterclasses and workshops. So I was like, you know what, let's sit down and actually just do this for YouTube, because this is a very powerful time and I have a lot of fun with it, and they really hold a lot of deep meaning. So the first card that I pulled from this deck is Trust Your Path. Again, the cards never lie. You just can't make this up. So what is your path forward? This is that Aries energy saying, all right, it's time to go ahead. And that's even reflected in another card. It's just really, really crazy how aligned it is. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So the energy of New Earth, 5D New Earth. So that's another reason why this nodal shift is really powerful, because it's the first nodal shift after the solstice, after the 777 portal of this particular year, 2023, where these new Earth frequencies have really been anchored in. Earth has reached critical mass to anchor in the ascension fully and formally and completely. So now we have all this beautiful energy anchored in. It's time to build the new Earth. And with this nodal shift, it's like, yes, take action. Yes, new. So trust your path. And again, this energy is very much about surrendering our ego and not necessarily knowing the whole path forward. So there's a lot of beautiful flowy, watery energy in this card. And we have that gateway. So this is always about walking through a threshold to the new. And it's really just, there is a path, but this figure is like not even really on a clear path, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of trust and surrender energy that comes into this. So maybe we only know the next step and we can't see the whole thing. So it's about taking that leap of faith and moving forward no matter what, and trusting. If you knew you would be supported, trusting that you are supported by the universe, by the divine. So it's really a powerful card to start this off. So I'm sharing them in the order in which I pulled them as well. And I just pull them intuitively. I don't do any special spreads, to be really clear. I just trust the energies. I ask for guidance. What do we most need to know right now? So on. So this is the order in which they came through. And so that's a beautiful way to start the reading, right? Pillar of Light is what came through next. I always love this card. And for me, sometimes it's just that affirmation that we are anchoring in that light and we are raising our vibration. So to really trust the intuitions, the knowings that are coming through, to trust this vision, this path that is being laid for us, because our frequency is ascending. You are the oracle, and what that means is really your intuition holds all the answers. Your heart knows. So really listen to those whispers of the soul. So this is actually beautiful confirmation coming after this card. It's really about trusting the signs, your intuition, that knowing deep within what is meant for you. So it's very much about tuning out that noise as well. Then also we are in this new moon energy. New moon is the dark moon. It's the planting the seeds, but allowing yourself to kind of rest and integrate. So take a break. As much as we have this action energy, there's still so much being integrated. So it's also, I think, a general reminder for us going forward, because we are leaving behind the 3D matrix that is just go, 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 do. So we remember that it's okay to just be, to allow ourselves to receive. That is very much the frequency of the new earth. a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So we get to move forward and take pauses and rests. And we also have that moon energy. There's a lot of moon energy coming through in all the cards, which is so beautiful and perfect. And I see a little birdie out the window. And again, more of this kind of gateway energy. So there's a lot of pillars, a lot of gateways. So it's like crossing the threshold. Also, for me, it's about that idea of building the strong pillars of our temple, the temple of our soul. And this reminder that we get to integrate the both and, integrate the duality. We get to move forward and take the action, remembering that we are worthy of resting and receiving as well. So again, followed by deep replenishment. Retreat, rest, be held. Again, that moon energy, so particularly appropriate for the new moon that we're in, but remembering that our bodies are the temples for our soul. We need to integrate, we need to rest, we need to give ourselves that self-care. So it's really important to remember to do this. And these cards are just, affirming. And it was just 1111 on the timer. And yes, the beginning is always cut off as I settle in. So birthing a new age also came out next. Beautiful affirmation of this new beginning, this new earth energy that we're anchoring in, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So allowing our dreams to manifest into reality, and very much that creating a new masterpiece of our life, writing the new book that is wanting to be written through us. So just so much beautiful energy there. It's kind of a lot of circle energy in this card as well. So cycles of life. It reminds me of the world. So completing the old, and we're now in that new energy. So the 1 plus the 0 has that one energy of new. So it's also stepping into leadership energy. So and the violet, I love these cards for the colors. The artist is Danielle Noel. She's just brilliant at what she does, I personally feel. So Dance with Life is another card that came out next. Again, this portal, gateway energy, stepping through the threshold into the new. Dancing with life, do something to change your energy. So a lot of us are still releasing that old stagnant way of life, of being stuck in those old habits, patterns. This could be belief patterns, this could be energy patterns. So shifting your energy can help us to really move things, to release, to let go. So whenever we feel stuck or stagnant, this is a reminder to dance with life, change things up, sometimes literally dance, because it's a powerful way to move the energy and it brings us into a different frequency. Put on some of your favorite songs, uplifting, high vibe, high frequency, and allow yourself to move to it. Allow your body to lead you as you move to the music. So intuitive movement is the vibe, the energy there. So yeah, it's just this beautiful flowy energy there with the dresses as well. And the new earth energy is very much about flow. So that's the divine feminine energy coming through. So we take action, but we're moving with the flow, right? So it's that both and, weaving the masculine and feminine energies together. And then just another beautiful reminder, Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So this just kind of popped out at the end. I was like about to put the deck away and get the next one out, and I was like, no, pull that card. So this is just a beautiful reminder again that we are being guided, that we are not doing this all alone, as much as it's about very much taking inspired action and sovereignty, taking self-responsibility, being the leader. We're also not doing this alone. We have guides. We can call on them always. So humanity collectively is being guided forward as long as we stay open to receiving the guidance that is here for us. So that's the final card from the Work Your Light deck. And then I pulled the Starseed Oracle next, also by Rebecca Campbell. I just really love these decks. The imagery, again, really calls to me, the beautiful colors, the softness. So the first card that came out here also came out in the 777 portal worthy masterclass that I did, where I shared cards, obviously, and it totally aligns. You got the love. This is that codependency healing energy in particular. So creating beautiful boundaries for ourselves in relationships. So this is that Libra South Node coming up for us in the reading. Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. So the Hadarian starseed nation is not super well known from what I understand. They preceded the Pleiades. I could be a little wrong about that, but they're very much unconditional love. So as starseed, empath beings, however you resonate, and these energies just work through us at a certain degree. So, a lot of light workers have codependency issues, boundary issues, because we remember at a soul level a way of being, a way of life where everything is just pure, true, unconditional love. And so we don't understand this world of duality and 3D density, where we have to have clear boundaries and be very discerning about who and where we give our trust. So many of us have had to learn this lesson in a very, very difficult, challenging, harsh way. And so we're being called right now to bring completion to that energy, to truly integrate the lessons that we have been called to learn about creating better boundaries, clear boundaries, and honoring our heart and not giving it away so easily to anyone, and being really, really honest with ourselves when we do attract somebody into our field who is not honoring our boundaries or reciprocating. That's a huge theme as well. Reciprocating energetically what we give. So this is also very much that energy of losing yourself in the relationship, giving more energy than you receive. So get very clear and honest with yourself about where you might still hold on to some of this energy, and allow yourself to let go. So the full moon is usually about the release, but this is still a constant process that we're going through as all these solar flare energies come through as well. That doesn't end. It's only been increasing by the day. So yeah, lots of energies assisting us in the release process. So trust what's coming up and allow it to let go. Is there anywhere that you're really just not being honest with yourself and, still holding on to some kind of energy, to even some victimhood? That can be really hard to admit to yourself. So sit down with a journal and write out what is not in alignment with your life, in relationships, in work, in health even. What patterns are you still allowing or engaging with that are not for your highest good? So a lot of addiction patterns, addiction and scarcity are what was being called to be cleared. And so allow yourself to, this lifting the veil theme has come through a lot. Allow yourself to see anywhere that you may still be holding on to that energy. Forge, don't follow. So this connects very beautifully with the first card from the first deck, Trust Your Path. This is very much about creating your own path moving forward. That Aries energy, that leadership energy. The leader shift is the part of the name of one of my programs, because we're shifting into a whole new era, being called to step up in leadership, to create a new form of leadership. So pave a new path, be the leader that you wish you had. So many of us have been very disillusioned by this matrix, and we're like, this is BS. Like, how is this world the way it is? And so we probably hold some resentment type energy toward perhaps bosses, parental figures, any authority figures, even politicians. We're like, what the heck is this? Like, it doesn't make any sense to us at a soul level because it is rooted in greed and corruption and power over, authority over, that authoritarianism. So we are being called to create a new form of leadership that is based in love and cooperation and community and supporting the upliftment of all, abundance for all, right? So as we step forward as the way showers, we are being called to create that new blueprint, to pave that path forward for humanity. So this was also pulled on the 777 portal. So I just wanted to be clear that these energies are very strong right now. That was when the North Node energy was starting to come through with the North, true north, the compass, all of that. So yeah, next, cosmic heart, the cosmic heart. How beautiful is that? Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So this really reminded me of that, this card from the previous deck as well, Dance with Life. So make your life a moving prayer. This devotion energy is really strong for me lately, and it's this very much divine feminine energy that's coming through. You can see roses in here as well, the cosmic energy, but a cosmic heart, of course. But devotion is about really giving yourself over to the path, to your mission, to your purpose, but your soul-led purpose. So staying committed. It's a deeper level of energetic than commitment even. When you're truly devoted, you are kind of one and the same with your path, with your mission, but in a very beautiful and harmonious way. You're not losing yourself in it. It's quite the opposite. It is an expression of you at your most beautiful, deepest, fundamental core level of being. It's your soul expressing through you. So you want to be creating through that energy. So lots of beautiful energy with that card. And then baby steps. So we have all this powerful action, moving forward energy, and at the same time, we don't want to overwhelm ourselves and feel like we have to bite off more than we can chew because the time is now. Yes, it is now. And I just saw 2222, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, on the clock. But at the same time, we trust the guidance. We take that one step forward at a time. Again, relates to that card in the previous deck. One step at a time. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. But at the same time, we're not being called to create the entirety of the vision within a week, right? It's reminding me of that expression. We overestimate what we can do in a day, but we underestimate what we can do in a year. So this is very much about trusting in the flow and committing, devoting yourself to the path forward and not putting too much pressure on ourselves to get it all done right now, because that's still the ego. That's related to time and time running out. That's ego. That's the old matrix. Time is an illusion, right? So trust the timing. Take that step. Take the next step. Take the step after that as it's being revealed to you. So again, gateway energy. Can't make this up. So much gateway and threshold energy in these cards. Okay, I love this card, but it's I don't know how to pronounce it. Hiraeth something, it's a Welsh word, longing for home, homesick for the stars. So a lot of star seeds are on earth saying, I just want to go home. And the lesson is that this is home. We are being called to remember that this is our home. We are here to create a more beautiful home, a home that resonates with our soul, and to remember that we are home. We are always home. Home is within. Home is where our heart is. This direction of north is also connected to home. So remembering that we are our ultimate source, our source of love, and we are our home as well. So Earth is our home, and this body is our home. So we treat ourselves with love, compassion, and care, and devotion as well. Devotion to our mission, but devotion to our most beautiful expression. So this is about letting go of that craving, that energy of seeking and not having as well. So next is lifting the veil. So this is a beautiful card that I don't think I've ever pulled, to be honest, for myself anyway. Questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So she's peeking through the veil. Again, this portal threshold energy very much coming through, but this is calling us again. It's a similar theme. You can see the themes weaving through the cards, right? Of letting go of the old patterns, the ways of being, of staying small, I feel like is a huge, fear of success is something that many of us grapple with. So we stay small. And it's not just the fear of failure, it's the fear of success and being seen for so many of us. So what is holding you back from stepping forward? Dig in, journal, get really clear and honest with yourself. It's really beautiful. I just love all the different colors in this card as well. There's a lot of life here, and especially as she peeks out, there's that sunshine, that golden sunshine energy. So yeah, a lot of bird energy up here as well. So it's that freedom that's coming through. The 777 was the freedom portal. So you can also, I'll link the previous YouTube below, but also you can access that masterclass, and it's a higher self activation that came through. That was really, really powerful on the 777 portal. Okay, so the final deck that I'm pulling from is the Lemurian Star Child Oracle. I love this deck. It's beautiful. So Lemurian energy is very aligned with the New Earth energy. So many people may be experiencing remembrances or synchronicities that relate to Lemuria, dolphins, mermaids. It's just a lot of beautiful energy. So it's heaven on earth energy. It's very much that Eden energy, and unconditional love was their modus operandi as well. So the first card that came out is interesting. I actually purchased this as a print when I bought this deck in England last year, in Avalon, the heart chakra of the world. I found this deck. So Tree of Life, my print has, I should have gotten it for this. I was like, this looks familiar. But Tree of Life, so I've been receiving message for a while to connect with the trees. The trees they anchor us in and they connect us above and below. So remembering that we are rooted and grounded and that we are connected to the source of all, always. It's also this circle energy, the circle of life. So endings and beginnings. So death is an illusion as well, death to the old, but nothing ever truly dies energetically. It's being recycled into, upgraded, if you will, into a higher expression of being. As we allow those old patterns to fall away, we are becoming more beautifully expressed. It's actually allowing us to express ourselves more fully and completely. So circle of life, clear energies, channel. So this energy of the Tree of Life is a beautiful one to start us off with this deck. I'm just gonna, there's so many messages in this. I would love to share all of them, but it's impossible. We'll be here for another hour. As the Tree of Life, I encompass all realms from the roots to the heavenly glory. So beautiful, beautiful energy. So channel for divine energy, Taurus field. So many of us may be activating our Taurus field, allowing the energy to flow as we clear out the blockages from our chakras. Actually, I have some chakra related activations that I will be sharing below. The 8 golden keys to abundance is a chakra clearing and activation to upgrade the frequencies to be aligned with New Earth. So I will link that below as well. And the New Earth frequency activation does that as well. So layers of energy field, cycle of life, keep your energy field clear. So this is really important. So I am eternal life is the affirmation that we can use for this energy. So the next card that came through was really sweet and interesting. It's the Dolphin Baby. This is a card, I'm holding it over my head. This is a card that I've never pulled from this deck before. Actually, a number of new different cards for me, because it's a big deck. I haven't pulled every single card for myself yet or for readings. Lemurian origin, flow, timeless, adaptable, free, take your time. So that connects very beautifully with a few of the other messages about being in the flow, about baby steps, this beautiful sunshine energy coming down from above, and then the dolphin, that flow energy. So dolphins are very, very connected with Lemuria, very 5D energy, very playful, joyful. So it's this childlike energy. So you may have a dolphin baby. They're very high frequency babies coming in now. But just energetically, you may connect or be needing a reminder to stay open, adaptable, to allow yourself to move freely through life, be in the flow, timelessness, take your time, right? So to let go of those ego 3D matrix structures. So I allow myself to flow in divine timing now, to relax into peaceful play, knowing that my dreams are coming to life in the oceanic waters of my existence. Beautiful. These are very poetic cards as well. Okay, so then the next card that came through, we just saw a lot of 3s and 1s. I've been seeing a lot of 3s and 1s lately, but like 313. So the next one that came through, I have to find it in the guidebook. Thank you for your patience. This is a little bit of a longer reading because so many cards came out. And these cards are very particular. So the new man, enlightened masculine potential, new earth. So no fewer than 3 cards came out relating to the divine masculine and this new man energy, if you will. So this is very much a time where the divine masculines are being activated and upgraded, and that is also energetically internally within all, because we all contain the energetics of the divine masculine and feminine. So regardless of how we express physically, biologically, or identity, I suppose even, we all contain the energetics within. But this new man energy, I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I allow the divine masculine to emerge from the heart, to stand tall and to flow with creation beyond fixed identities. So the divine masculine healing that has been happening for us is, again, we've been in this very patriarchal 3D matrix, right? So the enlightened masculine, you can see he has the child on him. So he is much more heart-centered, much more open. And the embodiment to really consider would be Yeshua, Jesus Christ. So he was an embodied divine masculine of the highest frequency and degree, of course. But, you know, what would Jesus do? It's kind of a valid question to ask ourselves sometimes as we step into Christ consciousness, and not at all from a religious perspective, but seeing him as a way shower, an ascended master. He was showing us the way. He never wanted a religion created after him, in truth. He never wanted to be seen as a savior, because that's giving your power away. Whole other video for another time. But I wanted to, simply by relaxing and feeling your truth, the whole battle evaporates. So really asking that masculine warrior energy to step down in service and devotion to the divine feminine is really truly the way forward to embody that protection and providing energy. And that's not about, you know, traditional, like the trad wife thing necessarily, but it's very much about even within allowing the feminine intuition to lead and guide, and then to allow that masculine energy to support the creation, to support the building and creating that. So there's so much that's a whole slew of videos, not even just one video, but to get into that topic truly. But yeah, beautiful energy that's coming through with the divine masculine being integrated and healed right now. So this is an interesting card that came through next, the Lemurian Shaman. Never seen this one either. Shadow dissolving in gaze of truth, going beyond fear, initiation. So shamanism is about really diving into the shadows, of course. And we have the dolphin, we have butterflies on this, some beautiful earth energy on this card. But, you know, shadows dissolving through the light of truth. So that lifting the veil energy was what was coming through for me here again, going beyond fear, initiation, taking those steps forward through those portals, those thresholds, walking through the gate into the new. So it really does fit very beautifully with allowing the shadow programs to fully dissolve so that we can completely step forward into our new path. And then next, they all connect so well. I mean, I'm just always so humbled and in awe of how the cards flow together and so beautifully align with the energetics that come through. Okay, here it is. I had to put sticky notes in the book because it's such an involved book and deck, really. Know thyself, yourself. But okay, I love the cards. A lot of gold and violet energy coming through. So that's crown activations, which is very much what's been happening. And that happened in the new earth frequency activation on the solstice as well. So meditate, who am I? Who are you at a soul level? So stripping away all the ego identities placed on us by society and culture, our family, beliefs, that kind of thing. The veil is lifting. Again, that energy of the veil being lifted, illusions being dissolved. So we're really opening to the truth of our world, but also the truth of who we really are. Who are we truly at a soul level? What wants to be birthed through us? What wants to be created through us? What wants to be expressed through us? So it's also reminding me of the dancing cards and moving your energy. It looks like she's like a belly dancer even. But she is in this kind of flowy, active energy, I suppose you could say. It's like there's this movement that's coming through, which I really like. So I embrace myself at every level with the love that I am, physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. So digging into all the layers of who we really are and integrating them into our most beautiful, fullest expression. So, okay, next we have the divine masculine. Again, here we go with that masculine energy, but then it's this dolphin energy, which I really love. Rise of true gentle power, true strength. So that divine masculine energy, that when we're talking about power in the new earth way of viewing everything, it is power from within, authority from within, not power over. So that dominance energy is being cleared. That authoritarian energy is being cleared from our ways of being. So the divine masculine energy, there's so much in this card. I can't read everything, but as the divine masculine, I let go of all fear of my power. I honor my power in alignment with the divine. As the divine masculine, I know my essence to be love. I know that love needs no defense or protection. I know that darkness does not exist. I see through the illusions of the mind and the ego. There was a few more, but those, we'll stick with those for now. for the sake of time. Just allowing that power to come from within, honoring the flow of life in particular. So again, so much could be said about that, but next, opening the heart. So here we have the divine masculine with the divine feminine, opening that heart energy. So these are visual representations of Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, again, both ascended masters, divine counterparts in divine union, right to love and be loved, heart healing. So what remaining blockages are there within us to truly opening to receive love? So this goes so deep, of course. It's both masculine and feminine, but again, we all contain all of it. So a lot of feminines will have blocks rooted in wounded masculine energy within. So, really allow yourself to open up to the messages that are wanting to come through to help you release those blockages. As I open to the love that I am, the love in everything shines back at me. So this is absolutely just about opening your heart to receive and to be an expression and embodiment of divine love. As I open to the radiance of love, I rediscover more and more of my sacred nature. So allow yourself to be a conduit of love. Allow love to flow through you. So that's 3 cards now, very much directed at the divine masculine healing. So, and that one is about finally coming into sacred union. And that is really beautifully teeing us up for the next card of resolution. And you see these 2 dolphins coming together. So it's almost like that, it's almost saying that there's a resolution of the separation within, separation without. There is a whole narrative with these cards. If you haven't picked up on that yet, there was a very clear narrative, a flow of energies going through. So maybe you want to go back and re-listen to this at a certain point. Realign beyond polarity, higher self-expression, collapse old timelines. So again, clearing out those old things that would, those old ways of being, those old beliefs, those old patterns, those old energies that would keep us from resolving those old ways of being and coming into union within and allowing union without as well. So we have that butterfly energy coming through as well, transformation, like crystals coming through, so much beautiful energy, a lot, and that's a face of a feminine behind. It looks like, it's like, here I am, walk through that triangle portal. So yeah, allowing ourselves to step through the portal, the threshold, to fully embrace the divine feminine within. Divine feminine is rising, but this is very much about divine union. So it's not about one overtaking the other, but we're going to be really, that balance is going to happen by the divine feminine rising. So that's why so much emphasis has been placed on the divine feminine rising and healing, but really the ultimate goal is union. So resolution, realign beyond polarity. I am wrapped in love in heaven on earth. I am wrapped in love in heaven on earth. I am wrapped in love in heaven on earth. I love it. Affirming that we are living on heaven on earth. The doors of heaven are open to me and everything is instantly resolved. I let it be so. So let it be easy is another energy that wants to be shared with that card. All right, and we have one final card that really brings this to, it's like that resolution fits very well with this. This is what happens with the resolution of the energy is we share space in beautiful co-creation, divine feminine, divine masculine coming together. This was literally the last card that came out. I'm sharing them in order again, just to remind you, this has been a true journey. This is the journey that we're being called to go on to bring completion to those patterns and the energies that we're being called into as we step forward, healing the patterns of old relationship patterns through that Libra in the South Node, and then taking action forward from this space of divine union to co-create. You can't make this up, really. So telepathy is interesting because I've been experiencing an increase in telepathy myself. And that video is coming soon. I know I've promised it in the last couple of videos I've shared, but co-creation, communing, honoring. So again, that beautiful co-creation energy. So the last two cards, after all this masculine energy coming through, followed by the divine union energy, and then the last two, we see the duality being integrated. So really, you can't make it up. And it's just, I love the colors in this. It's like we're coming out of the watery depths into this golden energy. This is actually very Aries energy, like a kind of a lighter, fiery energy, right? Higher frequencies of New Earth are a bit lighter in expression, but it's a flower, but there's almost this energy of fire in it with the oranges and the magentas, subtle hints of red, but that divine union. And telepathy is about communicating with all through energy. So Lemurian relationships are based on communion, not just with other people, but with all of life. So this isn't just about divine union with a particular counterpart. It's about being in sacred union within and communing with all without, including the plants, the trees, Mother Nature, the mineral realm, the crystals, all of it. So I am the space through which divine love flows. I courageously follow my heart and my light in any situation to learn to love as God loves. Through stepping into my divinity, I attract divine relationships of all kinds. So thank you for bearing with me. I've seen a lot of palindromic numbers on this video as well, and repeating numbers. So I think that's really another level of affirmation that's just coming through. I know this is a bit long, but wow, so much powerful energy. And what this is carrying us forward into the next 18 months. So it's fitting that a lot of powerful energies wanted to be shared, because this is not just, as I was saying, a new chapter. I feel that it's a whole new book, a whole new creation, a whole new masterpiece that is calling on us to step forward to create now. So really very powerful, beautiful energy coming through. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end. I hope this resonates. I would love to hear how this resonates for you, how you're feeling this transition yourself. If you have been feeling it, what is coming up for you, how the cards resonated for you. So I would love to hear from you. I have all sorts of links below to connect more deeply. I have a couple activations, the free New Earth activation, and the 8 golden keys to abundance is Lionsgate energy. So definitely check that out, because that is coming up very soon. I will also be sharing more on the Magdalene codes, because July 22nd is the Magdalene Day. And then the Galactic New Year is coming up, preceding the Lionsgate. So lots of powerful energies still yet to come in this very short time frame. And yes, there's just a lot. So thank you again so much. I really so appreciate your beautiful energy. I so appreciate the likes, subscribes. If that resonates, I have so much more to share and would love to stay connected with you. And of course, the comments. So let me know and if that resonates. And I also have a free group where I will be, I decided I'm going to be sharing daily cards in that free group. So you can check that out as well. And other membership and group opportunities as well if you want to go real deep. So check out all the offerings if you want to connect more deeply. Thank you so much for being here. Onward and upward in love and light, and I will see you soon.